Hello and welcome to my Monday message. Today I have a question that has come up recently, and it comes up a lot during our trainings. And I often see it and hear the question on Facebook and other social media and from new folks that we train. And that is, how do I trust my unconscious mind? Now, this question is a really important one because to be able to trust our unconscious mind means that we are trusting and allowing ourselves to be in alignment with ourselves, to be congruent. So first and foremost, let's chat about what is the unconscious mind. So we know that we've got, and I'm sure you know, that we've got our conscious and our unconscious mind. Our conscious mind is that thinking, analytical, reasoning mind. And the unconscious mind is everything else. It's that part of our mind, the other 90% of our mind that we breathe with, or runs our body. It stores our memories. It controls our emotions. It's all the neuro connections that happen in our unconscious mind. And this is that part of our mind that I trust implicitly and help my students and my clients to do so as well. This is that part of our mind that is always on and always running and is a servant to simply follow orders. Now, we also have our higher conscious mind, which is more that universal consciousness or collective consciousness. And perhaps the next Monday, I can be exploring how do I trust the universal mind, or universe for short. So let's talk about that next week. The unconscious mind follows orders. It is a great servant, and it is supremely, supremely smart. We think sometimes our conscious mind is in charge of us, that thinking, analytical, reasoning mind, because it seems to be true that when something is happening and we have a problem to solve, we think about it. We try and have those answers for ourselves. Yet at the same time, for me, I know it's true, and for so many other people that I talk to, it's when I'm not thinking that the answers come. Have you ever been lying on a massage table and that's when those ideas come? Or right as you're falling off to sleep, or at 3 o'clock in the morning, you just go, hey, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, or in the shower. Sometimes it's those times when we're not thinking that the right things come to us, the answers come to us. And it's not from that thinking analytical mind. It's from the unconscious mind. It's from the unconscious mind that's connected to that collective consciousness, that universal power and spirit that will always guide us in the right way. Always guide us in the right way. I have a little task for you right now. Can you think of something that is absolutely untrue, or something that you really are unsure about? Something that's untrue or you're unsure about. It could be something like, I'm a man. Like, I know that's not true. And I even feel, well, I know that's not true. There's a feeling associated to it because of my history, my knowledge, my understanding. If I were to say, how far away, like in kilometers or miles, how far away is Adelaide from here? I have no idea. I'm in Sydney. Adelaide is maybe 3 hours on a flight. Maybe it's 2,000 kilometers. I don't know. And there's also an aspect in there. There's a feeling of uncertainty. There's a feeling of a bit of incongruence, of not in alignment. This is the feeling that oftentimes comes when we're trying to make sense of something, comprehend something. And most of us know this feeling well. Now I invite you to think of something that you absolutely know. My name is Heidi. I am a woman. I live in Sydney. My birthday is in May. And for me, there's this absolute truth to it. That's my state of congruence. You see, your unconscious mind is connected to everything. It stores everything you've ever seen, said, tasted, touched, felt, smelt, everything. And when you know, it also knows what you know and what you don't know. It knows how to guide you along the path. of where you're going. It knows your destination before you do, and it helps you along the journey. Some people look for proof about knowing something. That's not the unconscious mind, that's the conscious mind. The unconscious mind comes in those feelings. It comes in that sense of congruence, that inner knowingness. And when we say trust your unconscious mind, you can trust that your unconscious mind will lead you in the right direction. But sometimes when we're looking for the facts and figures and information, the logic, the internal dialogue to tell us we're on the right path, we don't always get it. But there is always something out there. And out there meaning inside. There's that internal connection. And when we have that ability to trust that internal connection, that internal knowingness, this is the unconscious mind. It will never lead you astray. At the same time, there's a saying that was first coined by Carl Jung. And he said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will control you and you will call it fate. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will control you and you will call it fate. For me, this took a long time to get my head around. I always liked the words, but I didn't always understand how they connected with life. And then I started thinking about it in terms of helping myself or helping my clients. And here's what I came to realize. A lot of people just go, well, that's how I am. I'm not a morning person. That's just how I am. I am shy. That's just how I am. I get tired easy. That's just how I am. I'm not motivated. That's just how I am. And that's how you are because that's in the unconscious mind. There's patterns, programs, beliefs, behaviors that uphold everything that we do. But here's one of my thoughts, and you can head to my YouTube channel and I have a video about this. If something seems too hard, now things can be hard, they can be challenging, but if things seem too hard, I think we're doing it wrong. I think we're doing it wrong. I think we're trying to consciously create instead of unconsciously manifest. Listen to that. I think we're trying to consciously create versus unconsciously manifest. Where we put our thoughts affects what we feel and what we do. Where our thinking affects what we do and what we think, and what we do affects what we think and what we do. So there's this internal cycle that continues and evolves. And as Yoda, the beautiful Yoda once said, if you think you can or think you cannot, you are right. Because as I said before, the unconscious mind is a supreme servant. It will do what you tell it to. So therefore, we need to be in control of our unconscious mind. And how we do that is paying attention to what's going on, being aware of our surroundings, our emotions, our feelings, our beliefs. Being aware that when something's not going how we planned it, maybe we're doing it wrong. Being aware that we are in charge of our mind and therefore our results. Our thinking creates our life, not the other way around. Our thinking creates our life, not the other way around. And when you can tap in and you can start to pay attention to that difference between that analytical thinking mind and the unconscious mind, you can manifest, you can create unconsciously. You can bring to you and live a life that's even more pleasant, full of more beauty, more greatness, more wonderful, and everything you desire. And the best way to do this is to start by trusting your unconscious mind. So next time you have a problem to solve, notice the difference when you're thinking and trying to create, or when you can let go and manifest. Notice the difference inside and that internal feeling, that inner knowing, and you will learn how to trust your unconscious mind. Let go, as they say, and let God. Or let go and let good. Even better. Until next time, I'm Dr. Heidi Heron. Thank you for joining me for my Monday message. Let's talk about the higher conscious mind and universal spirit next time.